Alright. Hello, I'm Green, professional player for RVL, and here's my survivor chillers. If you guys don't know me, I've been playing this game for 4 years, reached peak tier multiple times every single season. A lot of stars, been rank 1, got so many S badges, and yeah, here's my tier list. I'm gonna just put this out there. If you want to play your favorite characters, go ahead. Um, to be honest, most of the characters are pretty similar in strength. It really depends on who's playing the character and if they know any little tricks on it to bring it above a tier. You know, S tier could be a D tier if the player is not as good at it, or you know, a bad character can be good if the player is good. But here, just like a general tier list of how easy it is to play the character, how easy it is to be useful in the game when the match is like about to be over, but you're able to use that character to bring the match back in your favor. And yeah, that's how the tier list is gonna be. Now it's not gonna be any order. I'm just gonna go down the list of every single survivor. So the first one, let's talk about Lawyer. Lawyer, as everybody know, he has a buff. Now he's pretty good. He has a map. Everybody say he's good, but I think he is B tier. Now on some maps like Hospital, or Leo's Memory, or Arms Factory, he can be, you know, A tier, A minus. But let's be honest, any character who spawn at Factory or Hospital, it's A tier or S tier. Like, it doesn't matter. Now, why Lawyer is B tier? Yes, he decodes fast, but let's say your teammate just dies in 2 seconds. Well, what can your decoding do? Can you tie with it? Not really, not in this meta. It's really hard to tie in this meta. What if he gets TP on and you're like in some really bad area decoding? How long are you actually gonna kite for if the hunter is good? You know, let's say if the hunter is like, oh, average, below average, maybe you can kite. But what about endgame? How you gonna kite endgame, right? So I say he's B tier, but he's definitely like top of B tier. Now, next on this, Mindseye. Mindseye, again as Lawyer, he can see through walls, but Lawyer is just better because he can evolve faster. But in high tiers, a lot of Mindseye, they're able to hide really well. That's why I think she is like below a B tier, but she can be really good if you're able to hide. But again, the same problem as Lawyer. How are you gonna kite when 100 TPs on you? If the kite is really bad, what are you gonna do if the match is really in the hunter's favor? What are you gonna? What is your decoding gonna do? Okay. Postman. I've been S-badge Postman, so I know how his strengths, his weaknesses, his buffs. Postman used to be really trash. I'm not gonna lie. Before the buff on his dog and the letters, he used to be really trash. But now I think for rank at least, I'll say he is below an A tier. Now the reason why is because his letters, there's a speed boost letter. There's a lot of speed boost letters. There's dungeon letter. The dungeon letter is really good. The dungeon letter, you're able to open the gate like, I don't know how many percent, but from 20 seconds to open a gate to 15 seconds. And you know what dungeon is. And you're able to tell what your teammates the dungeon is. I think he's a really good character for rank at least. And his dog, you're able to, if you're able to land it, you're able to kite. There's a lot of matches where my dog is able to prevent me from getting hit, whereas Lawyer, I can't do that. Whereas Composer, I can't do that. I can't avoid a hit. Or if let's say like your teammates brings Flywheel, give him the window boost letter. Now he has broken windows and Flywheel. He's able to kite much longer, and the rescue letter too, in increase the rescuing for your teammates. You know, you don't want your teammate getting terror shotguns rescuing, right? Just help him a little bit. I think it's really good. And in rank, there's a lot of sculptors, right? A lot of sculptors. Everybody knows. Everybody's struggling with saving sculptors for some reason. Just give them a letter. Boom. Easy save. But I'll say he's A-. Anti-Korean? I don't need to talk about Anti-Korean is broken. S tier. S tier. Perma ban in tournaments. S tier. I don't think I need to talk about it, but yeah, S tier. Acrobat for rank. For rank hunters, like if you ban OP hunters, I think he is I'll say he is high A tier, but almost S. High A tier, almost S. Now the reason is because he's high A tier, not S, is because he's just a kiter. He can't really help your teammates. He can't really harass. I mean, he could harass, but really, let's be honest, his mud ball, it doesn't do anything. If they bring insolence, what is it gonna do? And as advanced like Sangria and ranks, your balls aren't gonna really help your teammates. And it's hard to kite Sangria as acrobat, and if your spawn is not good, because you don't know what the hunter is. Sometimes, you know, if you do really well, you can kite, but if the hunter knows what they're doing, it's gonna be hard to kite. I'll say he's above high A tier, almost S though. High A tier, almost S. Merc for rank. Merc is he's either banned or picked in rank. It's never a match where like, oh, I don't need a Merc in this match. Merc is always good, but I wouldn't say he's like high S tier now, because he's just a rescue, right? You can't harass, can't do anything. Rank, you need to harass. What is your saving gonna do? I mean, if you make a good save, but what hunter's gonna let you make a good save? Like 9 out of 10 matches, how many hunters gonna let you get a good save? And what are you gonna do if your teammate just dies? I would say he's like mid of S tier. Doctor? Doctor is okay, but if you're good with Doctor, you can kite with her. Yeah, she's good. But the only time Doctor can be good is like if the hunter wants to map control, you can just heal. You just heal yourself. You don't gotta worry about anything. You just gotta heal yourself. But she is not. I'll say she's the same tier as like Mindseye, like below B. But but you can kite with her. You can help your teammates, like hermits and stuff like that. Then she's definitely like B plus, but not A though. She's too weak for A, I think. That the hunter knows what they're doing. WeepingClown. I'll put him at S. He used to be bad, but when he got his buff, you're able to use your rockets. You just pull out your rocket and it'll dash like really quick. I'll say he is like S tier. I don't know. Maybe people won't agree with me, but I think he's S tier. The reason is because you're able to help your teammates. Like you're able to help your teammates a lot if they come for you. If they come to you for help. Like let's say your duo is about to die, and then they got hit. They come to you. You and your duo just use a rocket. The hunter can't chase up. Can't chase you no more. You're across the map. But and his rescuing, right? If the hunter wants to farm your teammates, just use a rocket and stun them. You can't farm your teammates no more. I'll say he's S tier. Maybe not above Merc, because Merc is like you can do upper save and stuff like that. WeepingClown is like really, if your teammates come for you for help, you can help them. But if they don't, then he's okay. He's okay. Perfumer? I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't seen a good Perfumer in NAU. But I think she has potential. But to be honest though, she's just an insolence machine 100. She could be A tier. She could be A tier, but for the majority of players and trying to learn Perfumer, I'll say she is not that good. I'll say she's like B tier, like mid B tier. She is good if the hunter just hits you every time and you're able to survive with that after the hit. Okay, little girl. I haven't seen a good little girl in AU either. It's really hard for me to say what little girls can do, but it's really hard for little girls to help your team because you're sacrificing decoding to help your teammates. But if it's against like a clerk, specifically clerk, she can be A tier for clerk. But against like other hunters, yeah, you don't want a little girl on your team, bro. I'll be honest with you. The B tier. Barmaid. It's okay. It's okay. There's Psychologist, which is better than Barmaid. But she is pretty useful though. But she is hard. It's hard for her to be A tier because it's Barmaid. So I'll put her B tier. Prospector. Prospector is a high tier survivor that everybody loves playing, but some of them, you know, play bad. But everybody loves Prospector. Reason because he can harass, he can kite for a little bit. His items are unlimited, which I mean by that is like he can recharge with it. If you're a good Prospector, he is probably better than a lot of S tier characters. He's like above S tier. But if you're like average with it, or like below average, he's like bottom. I wanna say he's bottom. It's like mid S tier, I think. Mid S tier. The only problem with Prospector is that there's a lot of Oprah singers in rank. But if you just ban Oprah singer, he can deal with Ivy and other hunters pretty easily, I'll say. He's all around good character. Patient is non-existent in the rank. Nobody plays Patient in high tiers. And I don't play Patient either because it's so easy to like miss your hook, and you just look dumb. And his Aeroplane is was easier than him, easier to play than him. But if you're able to do good kites and land your hooks, especially on like Moonlit, the big maps, he's pretty good. But just cause that the risk to landing your hooks every single time, and for the average player to just pick up Patient and be good with him, it's hard. His learning curve is hard. Because of that, I think he is high B tier, almost A. If you're able to master him and be good at him on Pacific maps, then he's probably only mid A tier. I'm gonna be honest, mid A tier. Professor, he did get buffed though, but if you're playing rank, unless it's like a really like BQ or something, BQ, what was it? Another slow hit, a lizard maybe. He can be A tier, but rank is wax artist. You have clowns. First hunter was clown. Now the first hunter is gamekeeper and axe boys. If you're not able to like dodge skills or able to react on the hunter's hit, because they can just bait you and you just press everything and you have nothing. Now you look at the guy. Like, what are you gonna do? The skill ceiling is way too high for the average player to just pick up and play and be good at them. So I'll say he is. But if you're able to like get a good matchup against hunters, he can be A tier. Again, you still could miss your scales against like good matchups. But I'll say he is D B tier for now. B tier. But if you're like a professor main, then he's definitely A tier. Definitely A tier for sure. Magician. No one plays Magician, but he is pretty good. I like Magician. Magician is a good character to kite with, but nobody plays him for some reason. His kiting potential is probably better than most of B tier characters, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's easier, I mean, it's less easy, I mean, it's harder to mess up with him if you know what you're doing, obviously. But his items are not unlimited, so his endgame can be a little bit bad. I would say he is high B tier, just cause there are better options in rank. But he is definitely like high B tier. Or there's better options in rank if you want to rank up. First officer, honestly, first officer, it's not that good in rank. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, why would you go first officer when there's Merc or when there's other rescuing characters? He just has only 2 items, and rank hunters, they go wax artist, and they go gamekeeper, and they go hermit. They go night watch. Night watch can chase first officer so easily. Just breaking wheels, just clowns. What is a first officer gonna do? Right? Yeah, I mean, he's not that good. I'll say he's probably, bro, I want to put him D tier, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'll just put him A tier for now. Below Postman and Acro. I'll say, I mean, if you don't have anything else to go, then sure, go first officer. But I mean, at that point, I'm gonna be honest with you, just go WeepingClown instead of first officer. Go WeepingClown. Have your teammate bring another tide turner or like a harasser that can do a second save and harass instead of bringing tide turner and just harass. It's better than first officer, because he only has 2 items, bro, and anyone can chase him at this point in this meta. Like, no one's scared of first officer. Psychologist, she's a better barmaid. She's a pretty good kiter if you're able to delay the hit as long as possible. I'll say she is high A tier. Just cause that she's only a high A tier because, let's say she's first chase, she's gonna be good, right? You're gonna kite for a while. But if you're not first chase, the kite was bad, you heal your teammates, now you're a lucky guy with 2 heals, with 2 health. You're not gonna last that long. But maybe below Postman. Yeah, below Postman. She's like a better doctor, bro. She's like I don't know. Maybe below first officer too, I'll be honest. If she's not first chase, then yeah, you gotta rely on your teammates. You gotta get carried by your teammates, I'm gonna be honest. You're not gonna kite that long. But she is pretty useful though. Composer? No one plays Composer in rank. I feel like he's just too hard to play. I feel like if without a cheerleader, your skill is way too long on cooldown. 60 seconds? Yeah, he's not kiting with that long. And now harness being warped, your thing is not gonna do anything. You have to spawn like factory or something to do like a decent kite. But even with that, your skill is just too long. You need a cheerleader. So I'll say she is a decoder though. But honestly, decoders in this meta aren't that good. If they buff his like cooldown on his skill, then he probably be a little bit higher. But she's like around lower tier, bro. Like mid tier, bro. Mid tier, high tier. Maybe not high B. Maybe high, depending on if you're composer main or not. But if you're able to pair with a cheerleader, then he's pretty decent, I'll say. But still a little bit hard to play. There's better, easier options. Prisoner. Everybody plays prisoner in rank. The reason is because you can always rebound with his shot, right? You're able to do ciphers without just staying in one place. Stay in one place and decode every single cipher. And you pair it with Mech. That decoding is gonna be insane. The match is gonna finish in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Everybody plays prisoner in rank, but if he's S tier, I'll say he's high A tier. High A tier. If you want to go decoder, go prisoner. Yeah, go prisoner. Enchantress. Enchantress is man, I'm playing C tier, bro. Nah, I want to put him C tier, bro. Enchantress. You have no items. You have no items. You're gonna die to blink every single time. You're not gonna last that long. But if it was like a good map for you, then maybe you can last a little bit. I mean, I'll say she's above Doctor, but she's like in the Perfumer Professor tier, I guess. I mean, there's no difference between a Enchantress main and a non-Enchantress main, you know? You just have no items. If they give her item, maybe it should be a little bit higher, but Gardner, there's no, I mean, Arson, you guys know Arson? She's a pretty good Gardner main, I'll say. But nobody plays Gardner NAU except for Arson. And just because of that, I think she is B tier. But if you're able to have a duel and you guys like figure out spots that they can struggle off, bro, she is hot. She is mid A tier, bro. She is mid A tier. But just because NAU don't have that, and it's hard to, you know, you gotta study her, bro. You gotta study the map where they can struggle. But for the average player, you don't have time for that. So B tier. Okay, next character, Priestess. I mean, I'll say Priestess is still good, but nobody wants to play Priestess in rank just because her decoding is way too slow. But I'll say she is still S because she's banned. But imagine how much time you're wasting making portals for your teammates that they're not using. I mean, I want to put her A tier, but just because she's banned a lot, I'll put her like S tier. But I wouldn't recommend playing Priestess, I'm gonna be honest, if you want to win more ranked matches. But I'll still put her S tier though. Cowboy. Alright, if you're not a Cowboy main, bro, just don't even pick him up, bro. This is fucking D tier. It's fucking D tier, bro. Like just do the cipher instead of harassing if you don't know how. But if you're good, like good, like very good. Like I want to marry you, good. He is S tier. But for the average person, nah. I don't want to put him B tier, but that's disrespectful. But put him like mid B. Novelist is like very situational character. He's not really A tier, but I'll say he has like the same kiting potential, the learning curve for like Magician and Gardner. Well, maybe not Gardner because he got her ass, but in terms of kiting, it's like pretty simple, I'll say. So I think he's B tier, high B tier. Yeah, let's do coordinator. It's like S and A. If it's not wax artist, then she's S. But if it's wax artist and they bring excitement, I mean, it doesn't matter excitement. If it's wax artist though, yeah, you're A. But she's pretty good because it forces the hunters to bring excitement, and so your teammates don't gotta worry about blink, right? You're able to help your teammate rebound with your gun, and you're able to kite yourself, right? And she's a good secondary rescuer. But she is not high S tier though. But if you want to play rescuer, you can go Coord, but WeepingClown does a better job, I feel like, of helping your teammates. But she is S tier, like Priestess. But no, yeah, she's like around Priestess tier, like below, like low S tier. Aeroplane is pretty good, I'll say, on like some maps. But he gets countered by Geisha, and there's a lot of Geishas in rank. So because of that, I'll say she is patient tier, but easier. But if you want to, but if you want to go patient, just go Aeroplanist. But they're around the same tier though. Explorer, you're either really trash like me, where you're only, I'll be honest, only A minus. A minus would be just cause he can hide, but that's so risky though. But if you know how to hide, she is A tier, A minus. But if you don't know how to hide, yeah, like Mindseye tier, bro. Cheerleader. Cheerleader is, it's okay. You know, it's okay. There's not a lot of cheerleader remains in NAU in high tier, but she has potential though. I'll say she's A minus for now. Just cause like some hunters just counters your speed boost in rank, like Obersinger and Sangria. There's nothing you can do about it. But against like clerks, she's pretty good, so I'll put her at A tier. Gravekeeper, he did get buffed though, but honestly, why would you go Gravekeeper when you have so many other rescuers, you know? So around first officer tier. Painter is either you kite long with Painter or you just die in 2 seconds as Painter, but you do have a chair time. B tier. Lucky guy, I mean, Mindseye Explorer tier, lucky guy. Just cause you can get items, but sometimes you get a needle and you get chased and you're just dead. Yeah, it's too, like why would you go that when you can go aggro bet? Toy Merchant is very map dependent, and just cause of that, I'll say she is around patient and Aeroplanist tier. They have a high skill learning curve, and people don't have time for that, so mid B tier. Seer, I think Seer is still good, just cause if you're good with Seer, you can get 2 hours per kite. Even on first kite, you can get second hour. But I want to say he is high priority for S tier, but if he's not banned, you will pick Seer, right? You would definitely pick Seer. Just because in rank, you're able to know where the hunter is. So yeah, above Priestess and Coord, like mid S tier. Thief is good on some maps. But he has a high skill learning curve. And just because of that, I'll put his kiting potential around Perfumer and Professor level. Okay, Puppeteer is in rank you don't want to play puppeteer in rank because you can't heal anyone. But he is a tank though. Like in tournaments, he's pretty decent. He is decent. But the problem is you can't heal this guy. So I'll put him in A tier in rank. Put him A tier above Postman. But he's there. But I wouldn't go puppeteer because what if it's a hermit? You can't heal. Like so. I mean, if you want to go puppeteer, you can. No one will blame you. You can kite for a little bit. But yeah, he's A tier. Okay, next. Embalmer. Embalmer is just tie, right? But you don't want to tie in rank. But if you really want to tie, you can go Embalmer. But you don't want to tie. I guess he's B tier. I was playing B tier. It's not really. It's not bad. He's not a bad character. But just that nobody wants to play him and nobody wants to tie. So I was playing B tier. But he's alright. He's alright. Entomologist. Very situational character. But everybody brings influence now, so her Bs are kind of bad. And it's Sangria. So her kiting is kind of not that good. But if you want to be an Ento main, just be careful on what maps you want to go her. Because it could be any hunter, right? You don't know. So yeah, B tier. It's like around Cowboy. Female dancer. She's a pretty good character if your hunter chases you. But if your teammates don't use your boxes, then she's only B tier. She can't be A. She can't be A. She's very hunter dependent. I'll say she's A tier. A tier around the magician, novelist, Gardner. Journalist. If you're able to use your dolls and they hit your doll, then she's pretty good. But she has a high learning curve. Just because of that, she's around entomologist, cowboy tier. Okay. Firefighter, he is pretty good. He is really good actually. He's really good. He can rescue. He can block stuff. He's pretty good. Would I say he's S tier though? He could be S tier. Yeah, he could be S tier. Yeah, I'll say around priestess Coord tier. Yeah, something like that. Above priestess, I'll say above priestess. And the same as Coord and same tier as Coord, I'll say. Okay. Coord, he's above Merc. I'll even put him in S tier. Prospector, Anti-4 Prospector are very good characters in rank. If you want to rank up, just play them. Like, why would you go Merc when you can go Ford? You can harass, right? You can harass. If you get terror shock on your save, it's not just skill issue, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a skill issue. Like, why would you ever go Merc when there's Ford, right? But he is hard to play. So if you want to rank up, learn Ford, and you want to play rescuers, learn Ford. Batter is good too. Batter above Merc. If you're good with batter, he's really good. He's really good. Even if you're average at batter, right? If you're average with it, he's still pretty good. Because there's no way you miss every single ball, right? There's no way. And you're still a harasser. You buy some time. He's good. Mechanic. She's good too. Mechanic is good. Now everybody's gonna say mechanic is bad. Like, I think every tier list says mechanic is bad. But in my opinion, mechanic is good. You wanna know why? Because instead of putting your bot out to decode with it, on your first kite, you save your bot until you're about to get hit. Basically, your bot body blocks for you, and you gain distance or you drop a pallet, and you have two bots. If you're able to land two bots, you have flywheel up, and you're able to, and it's already a good kite. It's already a good kite. And if you don't chase her, she can decode. And you pair her with Prisoner, that decode is insane. Insane. Okay, Pharaoh Lady. Nah, Pharaoh Lady, bro. Nah, Pharaoh Lady, bro. Nah, I hate Pharaoh Lady, bro. Either you get hit in 2 seconds because they guess right, you die in 2 seconds. But if you're a low tier, if the hunter is not as experienced, and she is good, she can literally just kite forever. But if we're talking about high tier, you want to rank up, and you want to be successful in high tier rank. Yeah, don't play her. Don't play her. But you know, I mean, if you're able to be a really good mind gamer, then yeah, she is definitely A tier. But for the average person, nah, don't. You gotta commit your time to learn the character. But I feel like if you want to rank, you want to play the easiest character just to rank up, right? Knight, he's above forward. I'll say Knight, just by a little bit. Everybody knows Knight, bro. You predict, you get free rescues, you get a thing, you get a shield. He is good. He is good. And he's pretty easy to play. Wildling. Wildling is same thing as Merc, same tier as Merc. To be honest, if you don't want to play forward, you go Wildling or Merc, depending on which one is banned. But WeepingClown is definitely above them because he decodes faster. But they're around the same tier. And now for the final character, Meteorologist. I think she is either banned or you're just gonna have you're just not gonna chase her. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what tier she is on S tier, but for now she is pretty good. She is pretty good. And yeah, that's my tier list. Thank you guys for watching.